There was actually a lock on this guy's pants. Even his right hand was cuffed to his belt. But he didn't seem uncomfortable at all. He still washed up, slept, and ate like everything was normal. David, being a single man, was sent to a hotel according to the law. He was placed in a hotel to find a partner within 45 days. If he failed to match with someone, he'd be turned into an animal and released into the wild. When checking in, he chose to become a lobster. Because he thought lobsters were blue-blooded aristocrats, and they were fertile and lived long lives.
I must congratulate you. The first thing most people think of is a dog, which is why the world is full of dogs.
As soon as David checked in, one of his hands was cuffed. The point was to make him feel that being a couple was better than being single. To successfully pair up, he had to find a woman who had something in common with him. So during meals, David started watching the women around him. There was Jessica, who always had a nosebleed, Kelly, who loved eating butter cookies, and Leah, who seemed kind of cold. After looking around, David found no shared traits, so he decided to stop searching for now. One day, the hotel launched a hunting activity. The targets were loners who had escaped into the forest. Catching one meant you could stay at the hotel one extra day. Leah held the record with 190 captures, but David always came back empty-handed, because he didn't want to hurt his own kind. The hotel also had a rule. Before finding a partner, they were forbidden from any sexual activity. Getting caught meant punishment. On a ride during one of the hunts, Kelly made the first move and flirted with him. But David wasn't into her, so he turned down her date invitation. Meanwhile, his friend wanted Jessica so badly, he actually broke his own nose on purpose.
I think your nose is bleeding.
This happens to me all the time.
Soon enough, they became a couple. To strengthen their relationship, the hotel even assigned them a child. As the deadline got closer, a desperate David confessed to Kelly, but it was Kelly's last day at the hotel, so she gave up trying and rejected him. She chose to become a horse instead. With just 1 week left of the 45 days, David still hadn't found a match. Honestly, he didn't think being an animal sounded that bad, but he kept thinking about what his friends said about the transformation process. First, you soak the skin in soapy water, then the skin is peeled off. David thought that sounded way too painful, so he turned his attention to Leah. To get Leah's attention, he started acting cold and emotionless. Just then, a woman jumped off a balcony. She lay there moaning in pain. David, with a blank face, said,
I hope she dies right away. I just hope her pathetic screams can't be heard from my room.
And sure enough, Leah was into him. One day while they were in the hot tub, Leah suddenly choked on a cherry pit and passed out. David just stood there pretending not to care. Then Leah woke up and pulled the pit out of her throat.
I think we are a match.
Yes, I think so too.
David had finally found his match, but they still had to go through a 1-month trial. Only if they passed and became a real couple could they leave the hotel.